Come on, you know what I know. Roll the clip, yo. Hey guys, what is up and welcome back to my channel, and today I will be doing my rewatch review of Ginny and Georgia episode 2 of season 1. And boy oh boy has so much happened since I posted that video. I reacted to a series called Young Royals and it completely blew up my channel, which in better odds it actually helped the Ginny and Georgia video because it got so many more eyes on it, and you know, after a week's time it didn't do too badly. So I'm ready to sit here and do this weekly with you guys, and you know, I'm not gonna rush them and make them a big thing because who knows when season 2 is gonna come. It's most likely gonna be like mid next year. So I've got some time on my sleeve and they trickle in with a view. So I'm down for just a weekly post of Ginny and Georgia and just rewatching this show. So we're about to go into episode 2. I really love this episode. I think it starts to build up everything that I start to really thrive and love with the show, and we get a little bit more in there. So without further ado, let's get into the episode. I hope you guys enjoy it.
Get the tweezers away from my eye, you psycho! Ginny, I'm serious. Is that a hair? Oh, Jesus.
Once again, establishing their mother-daughter relationship is so cool and so hip, and sometimes Georgia is kind of that one where it's like, is she really the adult in this relationship?
It's a horrible, inevitable dissonance where your body betrays you slowly till you die. Pluck it.
Pluck it.
I can skin you and wear.
You know what I noticed, and I don't think I said it last week, but I love how their voiceovers interchange throughout the episodes, and it's such a really cool device because you're kind of exploring both their perspectives, and they so intertwine. It's incredible. But also it really connects to the title of the show, Ginny and Georgia. We're seeing these two people, their two stories, their family, but their voiceovers interact with each other. It's just such a good poetic way of telling a story.
It's a face, not a mask. You have to blend. A musical of Love Behind Bars is today after school, and I have to beat out Riley Nichols for the lead.
Okay, my dude, you are putting so many toxic chemicals on your face.
That's your summer. Cool. My dad's deaf and my mom runs CoreysCouch, the district deaf program.
Yes, well.
That's right. This is where we actually find out that her dad's deaf, and that plays a really important, it's not really a big story in this season, but it's a really interesting fact that they do mention and refer to a few times, which is really cool.
It has many programs. We've got like Springboard, Auto, Necco, Culinary, BB. My last school just had school.
That grade is for losers.
Also, you notice that that other friend that they had in the first episode is nowhere to be seen now and is completely out of the picture.
Holly's lived away for years, but she's the definition of second tier.
Guys, with Ginny we can be the man.
Okay, I was wrong. I forgot. She does, but it's where they start to show that they don't really find her as a good friend.
Who are you? You're so like exotic looking.
There he is.
Let it go.
Oh my god. Did you see it? Like, do you know how subtle his like actions towards her are? And especially in this episode, they just did it in the last one. And we had that epic scene where she kind of flipped him the bird at the end and was all like, see you later, sucker. I could blow your life up, but I chose not to. And now he's doing these subtle dips in the hallway, and that soundtrack behind this scene, whew.
Sorry.
I'm not your key demographic. Alright, gather around everybody. Morning check-in, Georgia, huh?
I love how transparent he becomes. It's the best. And their development of relationship. I know that I said I was going to spoil future episodes, but come on, like really, if you're watching this, you would have seen the whole season. And it becomes so good between them.
Welcome.
Aww.
I lay you down.
He's got the biggest crush on Paul, and it's so obvious, and it's so adorable, and he's so nervous as well because he's kind of let him down with this whole thing, and it's such a nice office thing, right? No, maybe not. Oh, I don't know what I'm saying. Oh.
Riley Nichols. Shit.
See, this also again demonstrates a lot of things between the teacher and her, and also kind of things that go on with Hunter later on down the track, right? Like the fact that she got 100% but he only singled out Hunter is ridiculous and so like discriminative. Yeah, we're going with that. And it's literally this right moment is laying foundations for future interactions and future issues.
I talk to?
I love it. Her confidence.
Paul told me you never completed high school. Oh, did you know I went to Cornell to get a lunch?
Let's put it forward. Best friends, they always hate each other first.
Can you do that for tomorrow, Austin?
Oh, he's so cute. She's not having a single
No,
one of
I
this.
don't have a coupon. Usually the boyfriend buys it. I'm sorry, do you have an opinion on this?
Once again, showing Ginny being power strong, like, and pushing through and biting anything that she doesn't agree with. Which, at this point of the episode when I was watching it the first time, I was like, yeah, go Ginny, you go girl, you go girl.
Please. This is Georgia.
The dad is good. I respect, I think it's Ellen, how good she translates for her husband too, especially with George's like sayings and stuff.
Georgia, you look amazing as per usual. See you later.
No, you don't. See my
Please.
Girl!
Max.
She knows right what's going on.
I understand half what she says.
That's something I love that Georgia shows, that because she's that younger parent, she is able to articulate and understand the teenage girl or teenage antics. She got Marcus, she saw right through Marcus, a lot more easier than someone like Ellen would be, for example, or the older parents. And the fact that she just heard what Max said and just went, yep, here's some money for the movie. Girl, she knows what you're about to do.
They're not going to the movies.
What?
Oh.
Where are they going?
Not sure. But a girl doesn't wear heels and lashes to sit in a cold, dark theater with her friends.
They lie to me like that. I expect that kind of crap from Marcus, but not from her.
Hey.
I'm a bad mom.
You know what makes that scene so good is that you can that Marcus hears what she said about him and Max, and then you just hear the hey in the background. Oh, this amazing part. This part is where she's like, honey, that's the mom approved approved Instagram. Girl, dying.
That? My mom does run from movies.
See, the thing is, Ginny knows her mom really well too, so she will know that by Max's outfit, she read right through it.
Bailey did. He made this picnic in a field.
This is when there's so many elements of this friend group being quite toxic and quite like really not good for each other as girls and women and like being true friends, and there's so many issues that come up. But it's also like, I don't know, it becomes, they put each other down so much that I'm kind of just begging them to like look after each other.
It was the perfect
DDD. Dig down.
In my mouth.
Oh my god, don't worry.
See, then they pull that.
I'm looking at you like all the time.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Okay. What are you doing?
Like, Ginny is like half into Hunter, half into Marcus at this point, really. But then you've got these like friends that are like completely just putting Ginny down, and they haven't even really established their friendship well enough to know that they're joking. So it's very much a tricky situation right now. You can say it.
It's not a secret. DeMarco, Lana Del Rey. Lana Del Rey, that's so basic. She's so mainstream now. She used to be alternative, but now she just like does whatever society wants her to do.
See, you can clearly see why after like this episode, maybe in the next one, that she just drops off the face of the earth and like is not friends with them. Because look at the stuff that's coming out of her mouth right now. And obviously I think at this point the friends kind of choose Ginny over her, and it's really brutal with the friendships and how it breaks down. But when I'm looking at this again, I'm going, this girl is extremely a pain in the butt and toxic and just like saying stuff that's putting Ginny down, and it's not fair, yo. It's just not fair. Okay, and then we start to see some darker moments.
But they don't know that they know. Come gossip to Mom. You never.
Now, what show is that reference from? Huh? Do you guys know? Do you guys know? Come on, you know what I know. Roll the clip, yo.
They don't know that we know they know we know.
So this scene actually just flashed to me about the pilot episode of Gilmore Girls, and I know that I've referenced this a few times, but there's a scene where they are in, no, not the pilot, sorry, Rory's birthday in season 1, where Rory's kind of hiding in Lorelei's old bedroom, and then Lorelei comes in and they're on the bed and like, come here, doll. Like, it sucks, but I got your back. That scene. Yeah, about that.
Is Lana Del Rey basic? Blasphemy! Lana is a goddess of sadness. No secrets, right?
Except about Marcus, you know. Highlights why I love their relationship so much. And yes, as we get to the episodes close to the end of the other half of the season, their relationship does take a bit of a moment. But these moments just feel, and when you're trying to decide whether you like a show or not, these are the moments that get you to keep going and coming back for more. This moment was extremely intense, and I think, if you know what, I kind of don't want to show it, really, to be honest with you, but I remember when I watched it the first time, I went, this character is really suffering, and she doesn't share everything. Any of those moments where she's being told something that it's reflected badly on her, or anyone puts her down, like, it doesn't sit well with her, and you see that on her face, and that's the actress's performance too. But you can just see so much in this character, and how like she has so many things going on, and you know, this is evidence of that right now. And then you can see it in the past, right? So this is not the first time she's done it.
Okay. We haven't spoken since, you know, you were inside of me, so I'd say that's weird. How come?
Was this a real if you wanted to be Austin? I got your back, buddy. Hogwarts forever.
Time for recess.
What a teacher cop out. Getting out of a situation going, time for break.
My drone is...
And then that's like, oh, he's so sweet.
Sorry I wasn't at Brody's last night.
I'm slipping on her name. I think it's Abby. She still doesn't really fit with Ginny. Like, she is a bit more against it than the other two. And it's so clear by her facial expressions.
That is so...
And look at her right now.
Why am I, like, literally disgusting? Okay, you...
But then it also ties into this fact that we find out a lot later, that she's going through so much stuff. Her friends are never there for her, and this right now, the comments she just said before I paused it, is the first inkling that we get that she is suffering too, and she has some serious body image issues. And well, I'm not defining it really, because I don't think they really define it in the show, but that's my guess.
What?
You have a massive crush on Paul.
No. Absolutely not. I am a professional. I just admire him the way one would a Kennedy. Or Obama.
Sorry, buddy. You crush hard.
I would never steal. This is an outrage. She would never, ever. I assure you that race had nothing to do with it. Don't you tell me race had nothing to do with it.
We had no idea that Ginny was stealing.
Girl. This is where you also start to see how they don't really respect Ginny. And the fact that Abby has like 3 things in her shirt that she took. And Ginny was the only one who got the blame. You know. Hey, Joe!
We're having a late lunch. How quickly did the scary redhead throw you under the bus? I raised you smarter than this.
My chicken start this weekend.
She can't help but persuade, you know, the Joe to get her way. It's so cute.
Austin and his mom. How nice. Everyone, in an orderly fashion, come the reminder that your mom doesn't like you to have sugar.
Such a sweet moment. And then he's just sitting there eating his carrots. You cannot deny how resourceful Georgia is, right? She is iconic, she is resourceful, she looks out for herself, and she has everything planned. Until the moments you know that she hasn't got it planned, because you can see it in her eyes.
Green Gardens today. City Plan is claiming they can't install AC because...
And here he comes again, in through the window. The boy of the hour.
I wanted to make sure we were cool.
Look! Oh, do you realize that that's probably a day and a half later after she confronted him in the halls at school? That means he's been stewing on this for all that time. And he climbs into her window and just says, I just want to know if you're okay.
Cool. And I have no idea what I'm doing because that's unfair.
Okay, I'm sorry. We're just going to have our weekly, we're going to gush over Marcus because look at him in this shot. The puppy dog eyes, the hair just kind of covering part of his face. The shirt is just so like not fitted and it's just like chill and he's cool, but then he's got slick back hair, but he's so displaying some emotion right now that my heart is just leaping into the screen wanting to give him the biggest effing hug of my entire life.
And now we...
And there he goes with his eyes, I die.
We have this huge sex secret and I can't even tell my new friends. And I've never really had friends before and it's not been great.
And he's just like, his eyes. Marcus does everything with his eyes, okay? Yes, he does a little bit with his hands and he does other stuff. But his eyes tell you everything you need to know. And if you're someone who didn't pick up that last time, look at the shot that I've just paused on. He's literally just staring like, what is going on? And better than my wide eyes. Anyway. He sends her money for the plan B. Dance party! Honey, if you don't do dance parties to get yourself to feel better, you haven't lived. Trust me. Dance parties are the best. You blow the speakers out, you dance around the house until you fall over in pain and your feet are sore and your legs are aching because you've used muscles that you haven't used in months. Trust me, been there, we'll go back. And there's the lighter.
Hey, whatever's in the register.
Ah, go on in, girls. Love the shirt, Abby. So, you want some?
Boom! And then it explodes that the letters that Austin gets from his dad are not from his dad, but Georgia writes them. If you were gonna try and tell me that Georgia does not care about her kids, hello? And then the questionable action of putting a card in Austin's name. That's where it goes a bit too far. But she's in desperado actions right now.
Makeup works best if no one knows you're wearing it. Like Georgia says, it's a face. If they can see where your makeup ends and your face begins, you've done it wrong.
And then we start this. that widow hunting down Georgia with that detective who does some questionable things later on.
Father, Shane Riley, currently serving time in New Mexico for attempted murder. Zion Miller is a photographer. They were never married, but she took his name.
Can we take her down?
I'm headed up to Wellsburg tomorrow. Don't you worry. If there's something, I'll find it. There's no going back.
So right now we move into the next kind of phase of the story, and even in that little segment we kind of learn a bit more about Georgia than we have in the past. Like we've kind of moved even further into knowing some more, and we kind of find out what happened in her past, like quick headline type things, but it makes an interesting development into the next episode and the episodes following that. What I also liked in this episode, that watching it the second time round, this episode sprinkles so many things that are important next time. It's kind of the first time we see Marcus in a little bit of a... No, I think this episode he doesn't show the vulnerability. But he does. He shows his vulnerability in a very odd way though. He shows it with visiting Ginny in her room and offer, like, you know, paying for the plan B pill. Yes, his motives, they might be alright, but his actions don't really resemble like an authentic relationship and authentically supporting her. But I think it's just the only way that he really demonstrates it, and it's a sneak preview. We get a sneak preview into Abby's issues, a bit more into, I guess, the friend side of it. Not so much any more relationship development, but, you know, building on the foundations that they laid in the first episode without really fleshing out the story anymore. But it's such a solid second episode, and the whole twist about her timeline and history and the flashback with her reflecting on things, that is really, really cool. I'm just trying to think at this point I was just really excited about the future of the series, the characters, and whatnot. There's so much of the story to come, and I'm so excited to keep reviewing and reflecting with you guys about it, because I adore this show and I'm remembering how much I care about it so much because of, well, rewatching it almost. Or I am, you know, yeah. So I hope you guys enjoy this reaction. I'm gonna keep saying reaction. I hope you guys did enjoy this review. It is a bit of a different style for me, but I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying talking more and not worrying about missing anything as well. So if you guys enjoyed it, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you leave a comment some of your favorite moments of the episode, and maybe some build on what I've said, sharing your own thoughts and theories. Make sure to click subscribe, because at this point I am at like 600 subscribers away from 10,000. What? That is insane. I cannot believe it. But yeah, so get me to 10,000, guys. Come on, let's do it. But yeah, I think that is all I've got. So I'll see you guys next time.